Hey guys, Crypto Sunday, and we've had a bit of a pullback. Not sort of too surprising given last week's sort of fairly large run up, about 10,000 down this week. But yeah, it seems sort of two steps forward, one step back at the moment for the last sort of, well, since Christmas really. Bit of a short one this week because there's not all that much news that I saw, unless I've missed something. Coinbase sort of getting into trying to sort of be a layer 2 to Ethereum from the looks of it. Interesting, they're sort of not looking to release their own token, but they're sort of contributing to open source code bases like Optimism. You've sort of got Optimism and Arbitrum as sort of layer 2s that, looking to sort of scale Ethereum along with other sort of coins like Polygon and that sort of thing are sort of layer 2s, but they're almost trying to create their own ecosystem as well, whereas I believe this sort of thing is sort of purely based on scaling Ethereum and not sort of wanting to go their own way. And that sort of is made more obvious by the fact they're not releasing their own token. So they're calling it Base, and it's a way for anyone anywhere to build decentralized apps, and they want to onboard 1 billion. Everyone keeps talking about this, the way to onboard 1 billion users, but we'll see. It was an interesting read here. Coinbase approximately has 110 million verified users at the moment, which is rather good. Partnered with 245,000 companies since 2012, so they've clearly got the sort of user base there, and they're sort of relatively US regulation friendly. So that's pretty good. I'm still using them sort of as an exchange because they're sort of bank friendly and it's just easier. I think it is worth highlighting still how sort of naive a lot of people in the industry still are. Maybe a little bit harsh, but when you see this sort of thing, you have to say so. Coinbase naming their new project Base, and there already was a token called Base out there, Base Protocol. If you come over to CoinMarketCap, you can see this sort of is an old project. It's been going around since sort of Christmas 2020 time, and in the last sort of 7 days it was sort of doing nothing and suddenly shot up to $7 nearly from sort of $1 or so the day before. So this is a sort of pretty much dead token, ranks 1664. If it was actually doing anything real, then it wouldn't be there. It's sort of had very short pumps and dumps since it started. So people mistook this for the Coinbase project and were sort of piling money into it, and it rose 250%. So people just sort of randomly seeing an acronym Base and just type it into CoinMarketCap or their brokerage and buy it, rather than sort of double checking. And sort of the first sort of paragraph of a lot of the Coinbase articles say we're not launching a token, we're just going to use Ethereum. So maybe a little bit naive. Probably less so, but still a little bit naive, is quite how much we all trusted FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried. I will sort of point out I use them as an exchange, but always withdrew my funds from there. Sort of kept, maybe a few £100, £500 on there or something for tokens that I was struggling to sort of get into a wallet, but eventually sort of got everything out. And if you sort of leaving large amounts of money in there and you got that lost, then it's unfortunate, but it is sort of a key to always take it off exchanges. But the sort of court cases going on, more sort of evidence coming out, and some crazy things if you ever sort of read through of this, what they were doing, sort of misrepresenting fiat bank accounts to regulated US banks, donating customer funds to election campaigns for Democrats and Republicans under false names. So you deposit sort of some money on there, buy some crypto, and if you left it on there, they then sort of, I guess, sold it and gave that money to the US government, Democrats and Republicans, sort of under a false name. And so your Bitcoin wasn't on the platform anymore. They wouldn't have given them Bitcoin. So yeah, maybe some of the sell pressure was them selling customer funds and giving it to the government. So I guess a lot of their volume was sort of people buying, possibly raising the price, and then sort of them selling, and could have been suppressing the price a reasonable amount. We know they bought some sort of quite high-end real estate, so I guess that all got sold as well. And yeah, just crazy. Seems like they were always on drugs and just sort of thought they were all geniuses. So yeah, be wary of where you buy, and if you can, if it's not sort of too expensive on fees and that sort of thing, keep it in your own custody, I say. There is still snippets of positive news. The founder of Electronic Arts, or EA, has joined a Web3 gaming startup, Spanish company Games for a Living. So I thought that was pretty bullish for the crypto industry. Sort of founder of one of the biggest gaming companies in the world, with the goal of mass adoption and understanding and adoption of Web3 games overall. He shared in a press release. So very nice. More competition, obviously. And yeah, there's sort of lots of other companies signing deals and sort of raising funds. And yeah, good. I think gaming is quite a good use of Web3, sort of ownership of assets and that sort of thing. People sort of moving on from, paying £20 per skin on Fortnite to potentially being able to buy things and sort of resell them on and have more of an ownership of it all. So rather nice. And just looking at the coins for the week, obviously pretty much everything's down, but varying amounts. Bitcoin down 4.8%, Ethereum down 4.5%. They do seem to be tracking quite closely recently. Solana only down 2%, that's pretty good. Cardano down 9%. Chainlink down 8.2%. Audius is flat, so after a very nice run up, that's doing pretty well, and I'm only actually down 20%, so I was down 70 or 80%, I think, at one point, and I sort of averaged down a reasonable amount, and it's gone up since then. So yeah, pretty happy with Audius at the moment. We got Polygon is down 15%, so that had a sort of reasonable run up and are sort of now taking a hit. XRP, as we know, barely moves, down 2.5%. Gala down 13.8%, always very volatile. Quant Network down 4%. Power Ledger is actually up 0.3%, so yeah, basically flat. Basic Attention Token 2% down, VeChain 2.74% down, and Internet Computer down 18.7%. So that's the worst of the bunch. But yeah, not too bad. Sort of, as I say, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, if you like. That's what it's been since Christmas. Sort of a month and a half ago, or 2 months ago, I think we were at sort of I was at about 107. So yeah, I've put about $5,000 in, and we're at 162. So can't complain. And pretty much a year to the halving now. So we start to get bullish, I would imagine, over the next year. So yeah, leave your thoughts in comments below, and like and subscribe. See you soon.